What's up, guys? Power Maniac 720 here, and I have for today a couple more battles from the ORAS in-game battle spot doubles ladder. So last 6 days, I haven't posted a video because I was at nationals and I didn't really have time. So now I will be using my nationals team on my channel for the next week or so, just so you guys can kind of see what it's like. And I will also be posting a video, kind of like a team analysis of the video. So I ended up going 5-4 after starting 4-0. So really hot start, really disappointing finish. So I mean, definitely some changes. I did already make one change to the team. I had Roost on my Salamence. It was completely useless, so I switched it to Fire Blast because Ferrothorn is really bad for this team. Like, can't get over how bad it is. I also might switch Ice Punch on Swampert to Superpower, but I haven't decided yet. I ended up not using Ice Punch once in all of Nats. So anyway, so 1763 rated opponent from Japan is our first opponent of the day, with a team, pretty cool team of Salamence, Heliolisk, Hydreigon, Nidoqueen, Aegislash, and Suicune. So you see Double Dragon, you see Nidoqueen and Heliolisk. This is tough. This team isn't bad because, like, you see Double Dragon, which is kind of scary if you have a Fairy type, but then you also see the Aegislash and the Nidoqueen, which kind of like scare away the Fairy types with Sludge Bombs and Flash Cannons and whatnot. Don't really know what I want to lead here. I think Swampert looks really good against this team. I think Rain in general just looks really solid. So I think I'm going to lead Polyludi. We're definitely going to bring Swampert in the back. And the question is, I want to bring Scizor or Thundurus. And I think I want to bring Thundurus because of the Suicune. I can get Thunder Waves off if this Rain goes out. And plus I can taunt the Aegislash and I can Swagger things. So I actually ran Swagger at Nats. A lot of people did, of course. And it's actually my first time running Swagger. I figured I didn't need HP Ice just because I had Ice Punch and Ice Punch on Swampert, Ice Beam on Ludicolo and Politoed. And so let's get right into the battle. So I ran Swagger and actually won me a match against LOL Fail Snail. Game 3, I Swaggered as the Moongus hit itself 3 straight times, which was really helpful because the Moons can be annoying if you let it get a few spores off. So my opponent ends up leading Hydreigon and Heliolisk. So Polyludi's very solid. So the question is, I don't see solar power on this Heliolisk, or I don't see sun on this team, so I'm assuming it's not solar power, so it's probably dry skin, which means I can't scald it. I can, but it won't do anything. So I'm going to Giga Drain it and Ice Beam it. I think Hydra's going to protect this first turn. Yeah, so Hydra. Oh no, Heliolisk protects. Are we going to see a double? So we see a Dark Pulse into my Politoed. Should take that really well, and it does. Politoed flinches, so I'm actually going to double target this Hydreigon just because I'm not too scared of the Heliolisk with Swampert in the back. So there's just over 50. Thunderbolt onto Politoed. Gonna knock me out? Wow, it is gonna knock me out. Is that Life Orb? Oh, critical hit. I didn't think that would unless it was Life Orb, which it isn't, so it's definitely specs from that Hydreigon. So here I'm just going to once again Ice Beam that slot. Really good move by my opponent knocking out the Politoed, because now if Rain runs out, my team doesn't quite fare as well, I guess I could say. Oh, I just waterfalled the Heliolisk. I wasn't thinking. I hope he switches it or protects. Oh, I really hope he doesn't have dry skin, but he must. So that's what happened. So this is kind of what happened to me at NAS. I kept making my moves too fast, and I didn't think them through, and then I realized I did something stupid after. So he doesn't switch, so he better protect. Oh god, please protect. Nope. At least I'll knock out the Hydra. But I'm guessing Thunderbolt, yeah, onto Ludi. Please don't be dry skin. Oh, it isn't. Does dry skin not? Maybe I don't know what dry skin does. I really thought that dry skin didn't let me hit it with water attacks. Oh, it just isn't dry skin. Okay. That's weird. So I'm assuming my opponent here is going to just double protect and stall my rain, because I believe this is the last turn rain's up. So I'm actually going to switch in Thunderous. And I am just going to Waterfall. This is weird because its only 3 abilities are Sand Veil, Solar Power, and Dry Skin. I don't know why I have Sand Veil or Solar Power. So we see Protect from Heliolisk. Yeah, we see the double. Interesting move by my opponent not to... Oh, Rain doesn't even run out, so that's good. So I'm going to Thunderbolt. So that was actually bad. Once again, just miscounting my Rain turns. I'm just going to Thunderbolt the Helios and knock it off the field. I'm going to Ice Punch the... Salamence. And he does withdraw the Helios, so let's see what comes in. Maybe Nidoqueen? Looks like Aegislash. Oh, Suicune. So I just got a free Thunderbolt on the Suicune, which is nice. Yeah, I'm going to get an Ice Punch off on this Salamence. Should do around 60%, I think, because I'm intimidated. Oh, a little more. Wow, okay. So Thunderbolt doing a huge chunk of damage to the Suicune. Really was not expecting it to do that much. And we do see Rock Slide from the Ments, so gonna do nothing to my Swampert, of course, but does over 50% to my Thunderous. And now Rain runs out, so I'm in kind of a predicament here because I'm just going to Thunder Wave the Ment and switch in my Ludicolo because I want Swampert to be unintimidated. Alright, so we don't see a Protect. That's good. So I could have stayed in and probably just Ice Punched again. Let's see if we see a Double Edge into the Ludicolo. Oh, it's fully paralyzed. Perfect. And we see a Scald probably into Ludi. Yeah, so that's going to do, it did 8 damage. Oh no, it did 9 damage. So I'm just going to double target this Suicune with a Fake Out and a Thunderbolt. Because really the only way I lose here is... Oh, it has Protect. Okay, never mind. I definitely didn't see that coming. That's actually gonna, I think I'm going to lose. Yeah, that's game. I actually can't hit this Suicune. So the Suicune really was a non-issue. I probably should have faked out the Suicune and Thunderbolted the Salamence. Because the Salamence was, like, so the Rock Slide was the threat. So I'm not really positive how I can win this, except for some full paralysis. I mean, that's really the only way I can win that. I need, like, multiple full paralysis. And the Suicune is faster than my Swampert. Scald will 100% end it. Scald Burn, I should say. And he does have Double Edge, so... And it's going to knock me out. Oh, so... Really bad first game on my end. I just made that really bad play there. I shouldn't have doubled the Suicune. I thought the Protect was so obvious on the Meds, and you just typically don't, like, I personally run Protect on my Suicune, but you don't typically see it very often. You see, you know, like Scald, Ice Beam, Snarl, Tailwind, or something. But good play by my opponent, outplaying me in the end. So currently sit at 1734. If you do remember in like the last video, my running was in like the 1800s, but I tried to stream in the car and I kept getting disconnected, so rating dropped pretty quick. And we find another Japanese player with a 1779 rating. With a team of Milotic, Thundurus, Kangaskhan, Charizard, Ninetales, and Aegislash. So this is definitely a really interesting team because you see the Ninetales and the Charizard and the Kangaskhan. So I know a lot of teams like to carry the Kangaskhan, Charizard both as Megas because they're both very good Megas and they're very different in the sense that Kangaskhan's a physical threat that just destroys things, and Charizard can just nuke things with Charizard can just nuke things with like overheat in the sun. So, and they both have good speed tiers. But with the Ninetales, it kind of makes me think that Charizard is... It could be Solar Power regular Charizard, which would be interesting. Nonetheless, I think I'm going to... See, I really want to bring Salamence. I'm going to bring Salamence Scizor. I don't even think I'm going to bring Rain, to be honest, because Fire Blast will be boosted. Yeah, so I'm going to lead Salamence Scizor with Thundurus Ludicolo in the back. I could bring Rain and we'll try to win the Weather War. And I think if I won the Weather War, it'd be a pretty easy win. But I could also just use the Sun to my advantage because I'll have nice boosted Fire Blast. So you see Kangaskhan and Thundurus from my opponent, leading right into my Thundurus and Scizor. Oh, sorry, Salamence and Scizor. So getting that Intimidate off right off the bat's really nice. I don't want to get paralyzed, so I'm going to Mega Ball protect Salamence, and I'm going to switch to my own Thundurus so I can taunt his Thundurus next turn. So, I mean, my opponent does have a relatively high rating, so they could, you know, maybe predict this and maybe double edge something. Maybe double edge the Scizor. Scizor would have been nice to just Bug Bite and take that Citrus Berry away, but I think Fake Out Thunder Wave is probably pretty safe for my opponent. Oh, my opponent taunts my Thundurus. Oh, that's really unfortunate. So I need to be careful because I can't lose Salamence this early because it's my only way to hit the Aegislash right now. So I'm actually going to switch in Scizor for Salamence, and I'm just going to get some chip damage off on this Kangaskhan. Ideally, he'll predict the switch and double edge my Thundurus because I do have Rocky Helmet, so he's going to take a nice chunk of damage between Rocky Helmet, Recoil, and my Thunderbolt. You know, that does a good amount, and he does... Looks like he's going to make a prediction. And at -1, I'm actually going to survive it. Is the Recoil going to be enough to knock it out? I don't think so. Oh, it is. Wow. Let's see if we see the double target into Thundurus. Yes, we do. Which I'm fine with. So I'm perfectly fine trading Thundurus for Kangaskhan. Now I'm going to switch in Ludicolo. I think we're going to see Aegislash coming here. No, we're going to see Charizard. So it is non-Mega Charizard. So I'm actually going to Fake Out and Bug Bite the Thundurus. Oh, my opponent withdraws Thundurus, so I think Ninetales probably come in then. So this sucks. I'm definitely not going to like taking these Heat Waves. So I did call it correctly that it's Solar Power Charizard. And he goes right for the Heat Wave, so I'm going to lose Scizor here, unfortunately. Try to go to Ludicolo too, that hurts. So, and it's not Life Orb. I wonder if it's Scarf. I do have a chance though because I do have Rock Slide on my men, so I can start hitting these things So I guess the only way I lose this is Scarf, HP Ice, Ninetales. Not the only way I lose. The only way I lose on this turn. So I'm actually gonna Rock Slide and Scald. Oh, so the Charizard Scarfed. So Rock Slide connects with both. Gonna knock out the Charizard, do a huge chunk to the Ninetales. A flinch here would be awesome, because Will-O-Wisp ends it. Oh, we got a Flamethrower though. Does a decent amount in the sun. And it's Life Orb, wow. This team's cool, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm going to Protect here to kind of scout what's going on. I think he's going to Protect Thunder Wave me, which I really can't afford to have happen. Yep, so we see the Protect from Ninetales. I guess we're going to see the Thunder Wave from Thundurus. Yep. So if this Thundurus has HP Ice, then I lose. But if it doesn't, I have a chance. And we see the double from my opponent, which is smart because he's going to get KO'd here by a Rock Slide most likely, unless I miss. Or get fully paralyzed. And it misses Thundurus. That's really unfortunate. So like I said, HP Ice here is going to end it. Just going to Protect and Scout, see what's going on. Oh, fully paralyzed, cool. And my opponent didn't even have HP Ice, so I actually could have gotten off a Rock Slide there. So I am going to go one more game because it's only been 17 minutes. I can't believe that just happened. So I just lost a Scarf Solar Power Zard. That's fun. You know, I think, like I said, definitely the biggest regret was not switching out the Scizor. Or maybe I probably should have just brought Politoed and just gone for the Weather War win. That would have given me a much better chance against this team. So currently sitting at 17-20. Man, that last game. Like I said, it's a cool team, and actually Solar Power Life Orb Charizard is something I've been testing lately, or recently, because it is, I think it can be good in my opinion. I mean, it hits hard. It was by a 1734 rated player from Japan. With a team, a pretty standard team of Kangaskhan, Gengar, Landorus, Talonflame, Hydreigon, and Rotom Wash. So I think Rain looks pretty solid here. I have to watch out for the Talonflame though, for sure. I actually think I'm going to leave Swampert Thundy. I'm definitely going to leave Politoed in the back. And I have to bring Ludicolo because of the Rotom Wash. I don't want to because of the Talonflame, but I guess one thing I really have to watch out for is like random like fake out Kangaskhan, regular Kangaskhan with Mega Gengar. Although this team doesn't come off as one of those teams. So you see Kangaskhan and Hydreigon versus Swampert Thundurus. Interesting lead for my opponent. I'm actually... So I'm going to Mega Evolve. Do I want to Protect though? I can Mega Evolve Ice Punch, but I think my opponent can just fake out Thundurus and Draco Swampert. You know what? I'm going to Ice Punch. And I'm going to Thunder Wave the Kang. So no switches. I think we're going to see a fake out and a Draco in the Thundurus, because I think the Protect from Swampert is so obvious. So we do see a fake out into Swampert. Alright, so I guess another safer play would be to fake out Swampert and just Draco the Thunderous. If we see a double target in the Swampert, I'd be really upset. Draco comes out. Alright, into Thunderous. I don't survive that if it's Specs. I'm very fine with that first turn though, because I get the paralysis off on Kangaskhan, which is nice. And I also get a free switch into my Ludicolo, or my Politoed, so I get the rain up for Swampert. This Hydreigon's at -2 right now. So Draco isn't going to hurt too much. So I think I'm just going to knock out the Kang with the Helping Hand Waterfall. We're not going to see a switch. Let's see if this is Scarf or not. Oh, full paralysis. Probably went for the sucker. And the fact that Hydreigon didn't move first tells me it's probably not Scarf. Like I said, I think I survived Scarf Draco anyway. I do see the other Draco, hopefully in the Politoed, but probably Swampert. Yeah, Swampert. So as long as it doesn't crit, I'm in decent shape. And it doesn't. So, you know, it does a respectable amount, but nothing to write home about. Let's see who comes in for my opponents. I don't know what that is. Oh, Talonflame. That is, I am fine with that. I'm going to protect Swampert and just Scald. And good move to withdraw. Let's see if we see a Tailwind from my opponent, as Rotom Wash is my opponent's last Pokemon. So looks like we're not going to see a Protect. Well, we might. Okay, Brave Bird into Swampert. Perfect. Scald should knock him out. And it does. So I'm feeling really good about this end game right now, because I think a Helping Hand Ice Punch should knock out the Hydreigon, and then I have a 1v1 Politoed versus Ludicolo. Well, I'm guessing we're going to see a Dark Pulse into Swampert, because you don't want these Draco drops. Oh, it survives the Ice Punch. Thunderbolt into Politoed. Not going to do too much. And we do see the Dark Pulse into Swampert. Should knock it out. And it does. However, like I said, I have Ludicolo in the back, so I'm not too concerned about it. Just gonna Ice Beam the Hydreigon and Scald the Politoed. Or sorry, not the Politoed. Scald with Politoed. So Hydreigon's gone. Rotom Wash. I really don't know why Rotom Wash can beat Ludicolo. As you see, Thunderbolt does 87 or 37 damage to it. Did I get Scald Burn? No burn, but it is leftovers. So I'm just gonna heal back all the health every time. So looks like this is gonna be game. So at least I pick up one win today. Just gonna Helping Hand Giga Drain. Opponent is probably gonna forfeit after seeing that damage to the Ludicolo. Yeah, my Scald from Politoed did more damage than the Thunderbolt from Rotom Wash, which shows how bulky Assault Vest Ludicolo really is. So anyway, at least we picked up one win, showed Mega Swampert's power. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like, tell your friends, and until next time, bye.